Hey everybody, it's Jason here from I Recover Treatment Centers, and we are back. We are backstage at Ponoka. We're here with owner, CEO, and pilot from I Recover Treatment Centers and chuck wagon driver Bobby Van Eaton. We're really excited. Thanks for coming out today, guys, and taking a bit of time to chat with us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, we got back on home turf, hey Bobby?
Oh yeah, it's nice to get close to home.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, when we get our break here, it'll be easy to get out to home.
Yeah.
We don't have a 10-hour drive.
You haven't been home yet?
Haven't been home since the 28th of April. Grass is probably 3 feet high.
That's great. Yeah, I guess your own bed's calling out.
Oh, is it ever?
Yeah. So, I guess I'll start with a little bit of coffee here, guys. I know Bobby takes his 1-in-1, so we'll get that all set up. We got the trusty thermos here today and the I Recover coffee cups.
Thank you.
We'll top you up there. We got a little cream and sugar there. Jim, can I take yours?
Sure, just black.
Just black for Jim.
That's plenty, thanks.
All right. There we go, fellas.
Thanks.
Well-deserved coffee for both of you. So, I guess I'd like to start. I got a question for Jim Gray, and I wanted to talk about why I Recover Treatment Centers, why start a treatment center, and how that happened.
When I started treatment center, well, the main reason was my youngest son got hit by an impaired driver just down the road here in the home, and so I quit my job I had at that point. I'm a carpenter by trade, and I opened a treatment center. It seemed like the right thing to do. See if I could get impaired drivers off the road. That was my goal, and still is, and it seems to be working okay.
All right, I'll jump back into the screenshot here. Yeah. So 12 years ago, I Recover Treatment Center started. Right on. Okay, so why chuck wagons then, Jim? How did you get into chuck wagons?
Well, there's another story. I used to work for a guy back before I started the treatment center, Rod Streeper, and he sponsored Norm Cusperson back then. And we used to do a lot of work in his trailers and followed Norm around pretty good. So once I decided I'd like to help somebody out with the chuck wagon, and Bobby is right next door in Clive, and I'm in Tees. So we kind of got together and been helping him for a few years now.
Yeah, it's going on 4 years now. Jim's helped us out.
Yeah. And so you guys met just because of location, geographics, your neighbors.
Oh no, I used to go out with Bobby's younger sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting way to meet, of course.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
In spite of that,
Yeah.
we're doing okay.
Yeah. And so, Bobby, how...
You got it.
There's a question.
Oh, sorry, we got questions coming in from the fans already. Hey, what's going on out there?
Okay, Jim, notice your old truck was in the parade. Where did your love of old cars come from?
Well, my first car I had was a 59 Ford, and I always loved the 57, and particularly Rancheros. And the Rancheros, that was the first year they came out, 1957, and they were advertised as a cowboy's pickup. You know, all those old advertisements all have cowboy hats on, so it's kind of fitting for rodeo crowd. And I've got another one I got to get set up for next year. You'll have 3 of them next year. Not just 2.
Yeah, so yesterday we were in the parade, the Ponoka Stampede parade, and had 2 57 Rancheros, a black one and a red one. Really got a great response from the crowd. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. We had a few bales of hay, we were handing out candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's up? So I got to introduce Crystal. She's the co-host today. She's behind the scenes with the camera. She's the one firing away the questions, and apparently she's got another one. So let's do it.
Okay,
Crystal.
this is for Bob. How did the muddy track affect your run last night?
Oh, right into that, eh?
Get right to the dirt.
The horses didn't really want to barrel that great. They seemed to pull pretty heavy in the barreling area there, and they kind of stalled out on me. But once we got on the track, we were quite a ways behind, but they picked up a gear or two, and we come in not too bad. But no, the heavier track was harder on, that's for
Yeah.
Okay, we got another question. Bob, where is your favorite rodeo to race at?
Oh, right here. This is the hometown show. Friends and family and everybody's here. And this is my favorite right here.
So we talked a bit about how you guys met. How did you start, or how did you get into sponsoring chuck wagons?
Well, it was as simple as that. Bob needed a hand, a few dollars, and so I helped him in that one league, and we ended up here now.
Oh, and okay. So what league were you running in?
We were over there in the CPCA, but the first time Jim sponsored me, I was with here with the WPCA, and I didn't have a sponsor for Medicine Hat. So Jim said, "I'll give you a hand down there." And then they sponsored that show, and then the next year we discussed things, and I went back with the CPCA, and Jim stayed with me there for 2 years.
Okay. All right. So in total, how long have you been sponsoring chuck wagons, Jim?
4 years of it.
Okay. All right. So I know we talked, with sponsoring, I know, I can tell just from being backstage and seeing what's going on, there's it's a lot of time and effort put in there, but there's also a lot of money, you know what I mean? The price of gas and all that sort of stuff. So I guess I'm wondering, and some of the fans are wondering, what does it take, how much does it cost to sponsor a chuck wagon team?
Well, it costs more than one small business like mine could do. And I'll tell you, it's not just me sponsoring them. My name might be on the wagon, but Horseshoe Paving really sponsors Bobby, his brothers, his whole family, his nephew drives the truck. It's a real family business with these guys. And they put they match anything I put in, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It definitely seems like
the fuel alone this year is just crazy. So, you got to have help in all areas. I sure appreciate it from everybody.
Yeah. I'm just driving around 1 ton, and I know how much the gas is costing. But pulling around these horses, and
you're not paying for it. Imagine
that. And I'm not paying for it either. I just got to put the gas in there, and I'm seeing it. And I can see how it really is a team effort here. There's a lot of people involved. You know what I mean? I know I do a lot of interviewing with Bobby and stuff, but there's so many moving parts to this and people involved, and it's awesome how everybody's coming together. Really, I'm pretty amazed.
Yeah, most the family and friends and stuff, they enjoy coming over and helping and stuff, and I enjoy their company and enjoy having them here to help.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, we got another fan question out there. What do we got, Crystal?
To Bob, is there... Oh, shit, the sun's right in my eyes here.
Need my glasses?
Bob, is there someone in your family that will carry on the driving tradition once you decide to retire?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know my boys, that they're both interested in it and stuff, but it all same thing, comes down to dollars and cents. Whether they'll be able to afford it, I don't know, but no, I'd like to see one of them take it over one day and carry it on, but we'll have to see what happens.
Well, I guess that leads me into one of the questions I had. How old were you when you first started running chucks?
Well, I started in '93, so what does that make you? I'm 56 now, so I guess around 30 years old when I started. Before that, I rodeoed lots and rode bucking horses and drove cases a lot of years. Yeah, I've been rodeoing all my life.
Yeah. Right on. Holy, they just keep pouring in from the fans today. That's great. Am I going to get to ask my questions?
No, I don't think so.
No, go ahead, Crystal.
Jim, have you ever considered driving or riding yourself?
Not in this lifetime. No. I see how hard that is on these guys. There's nothing easy about driving these truck wagons. And if you think it's just sitting back there like steering the car, that's not the case. Bobby's working those lanes all the time. It's a tough thing to do, and I give him kudos to all these guys that do that.
Yeah. It's funny, when you're up in the stands, a lot of people got a lot of comments to make, but man, until I would never want to step in and grab those reins. It's pretty, there's so many moving parts. It takes a certain type of individual, Bobby, and you're that guy, for sure.
You don't always know that horse's mind, what he's thinking. You just gotta try to think him out while you're going. Like if he's having a bad day and wants to be cranky, he can put a kibosh into the whole thing. So you gotta be paying attention.
Yeah.
And then when 4 wagons hit the track, you better be paying attention then too.
Yeah, it's not just your horses. You got to worry about another.
Yeah.
You know.
Try to be safe and and get there and not beat anybody else. Like there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, you got another 18 horses and 3 drivers and 3 wagons to worry about and conditions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Try to be as safe as you can and try to win the race too. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I just want you asking about who's taking over from Bobby here. Around Clive there, his dad Don used to go out there, and he had this old red Chev, and he'd fill it with water, and he'd go water those horses up until I don't think he could drive a truck anymore. I'm sure way past when he had a license, right?
Yeah.
And he'd go up there, so it's really in their blood. And it's nice to see Franklin in the wagon last night taking the reins when you're coming around there. That was good.
Yeah. No, he'd sure like to, but that's like he might someday. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah.
So I noticed, I've been on the circuit since Grand Prairie, and every arena, every weekend, it's been great, and there. Sorry about that, folks. I've noticed here that we've got more races going on, more days of races. Can you talk about how it works?
Well, it's a bigger venue here. Like this is probably the second biggest rodeo in Canada, other than Calgary. So you run more days. The prize money is really good here. And now what'll happen after we run our 4 days, there'll be a redraw, and then the top 8 guys from the from the next 5th night, they'll all run to see who's going to be in the dash for cash, the Tommy Dorchester dash for cash on Monday.
Yeah.
And the 8 guys after the night, the next night, the top 8 guys will all get a chance to draw a barrel, and then they can go from there, and then who's ever the top 4 after that will be in the dash for cash on
Do they get to pick the barrel, or do you do a draw, like put it on a hat and you pull out the
Usually
numbers?
it's the draw. They usually take pool balls or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they draw them out. But the guys that are in the top spots, they get to draw first.
Oh, okay. Okay, so potential to get that inner rail or whatever barrel you might like to be running.
Sure, yeah.
Interesting. And so then those guys are running on Monday for $50,000.
$50,000, yeah.
Wow.
The Tommy Dorchester dash for cash. Yeah.
Is there a pickup here too?
Oh yeah. We pick up here too.
Oh, that's right. You get a 1-year lease for a GMC, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pickup, yeah.
Wow. That's
No,
awesome.
GMC, they've been really good. The WPCA too. They sponsor a lot and help out a lot too.
Yeah. And so I would like to go back to the fact that you're back on home turf or close to home, Ponoka. You're definitely a fan favorite around here. I get a lot of comments all day long when we're out here tailgating and stuff, and a lot of people sending their love and their support for you and the team.
Yeah.
One, I guess, what's it like being on home turf? Do you find there's any more pressure? And I've noticed that the track is different here from all the other ones. It seems to me that the straightaways are longer and the turns are tighter. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, you're right there. Yeah, they are a little bit. And you've got a nice home stretch run.
Yeah.
You come on that 4th turn, you've got a nice home stretch run, so if you got lots to run, you can sit back in that 4th position and you can make your move. You got lots of time to try to get up there.
Okay, and that leads...
Whereas other tracks, there's not the hard shot run like you got here.
Yeah, I think, and Jim made that observation our first night down there. Jim and I have been in the stands every night filming your races and stuff for the fans going live, and I definitely noticed that, or Jim pointed out that your ability to, that last stretch and really work that last stretch and come up ahead, has been great. Your horses really find that extra gear in that last stretch.
Well, they seem to like it. When I trained them, I kind of trained them that way. They weren't that hard at barreling, but when I trained them, they got them to go they like to come around from the outside, and then just then they like to go to the front end, and they just keep going until they get there. They
Yeah.
went quick.
They got hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not so fast in the barrel sometimes. When they get on that track, they love to run.
Yeah. Yeah. It's obvious. You can really see that happening.
As far as the pressure from from being local here and the family and fans here, but you kind of block that out when you get into barrels. You make your practice turn, and then she's all business. You don't think about that. You just think about what you got to do ahead.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, and kind of I guess you just
Yeah,
focus.
you got to focus on that.
I feel like we're in a courtroom here. Thank you.
Oh, we got
Okay.
more. Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Crystal's been putting her hand up, and I guess I've been ignoring it. Let's go again, Crystal, from the
Okay.
fans.
Says Bob, what is your most memorable racing in your racing career?
Oh boy, I've had so many great memories that it's hard to pick out the favorite one. But I guess one time in Strathmore it was raining really hard, and I decided to go way up high on the outside of the track, and it worked out. I'll never forget it. Like them guys were down there fooling around, the other three guys were down there fooling in the mud. I was up in high dry, and the crowd just loved it. I come all the way. Nobody thought I'd ever do it. I come all the way around and won the race. That's probably one of the-
Strathmore, all right. Great, yeah. All right. Crystal, wow, you were getting a workout today. How's your arm doing?
It's getting sore.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Jim, what is your favorite pastime apart from sponsoring the chuck wagons?
Oh,
Oh, flying. I have a passion on flying. So between those old cars and tinkering with them and flying back and forth to Palm Springs and Newfoundland and down to Vernon. Even got Bobby in a plane once this year and did all right. We survived
Well,
it.
yeah, it was a little bit tense there for a while, but we did her. Yeah, he's a good pilot, and he enjoys it.
yeah. You'd rather be behind the horses in the wagon than in the plane?
Well, when you get coming down on it.
Yeah. It's a different feeling.
I'm
Yeah.
not much the flying fella, but we did her, and it sure saved a lot of time, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the nice thing about, I've been able to fly with Jim a few times, and you can get to the treatment centers. A lot of times he's going and picking up participants and bringing them into centers and stuff, and it's an awesome service, and I guess a great hobby, or a passion for Jim, I guess. Yeah. That's cool. So I guess let's talk a bit about how the weekend's been going so far. You started Wednesday night. How's it going? Can you talk about how you did in each heat? Let's start with Wednesday night.
Well, Wednesday night we didn't do bad. We hung right in there. I don't know what we came in Wednesday night. I think third or fourth that night. But then that went not too bad. We stayed penalty free.
Yeah.
And so I thought it might be a little faster time than it was, but you got to take whatever the time is.
Yeah.
And then not last night, the night before, we had a big run from the outside, and they come home, and one fellow wound up with the penalties. We wound up winning that one. And then last night, after all the running, the horses were getting a little tired, so I had to do a lot of skinning to keep the barrels up. But we kept them up and stayed penalty free. And they still, once they got out there, they did their best. They tried to get in there. Yeah.
I'll say, out of all the races and all the weekends that I've been following getting through the barrels and stuff like that, and remaining penalty free, is a big credit to you. I see a lot of penalties happening, especially this weekend. I don't know if it's just my perception or what, but it seems like there's been a lot of penalties going on this weekend, and a lot of barrels down, and a lot of missed barrels and stuff like that. And it's one thing, you're consistent all the time.
Well, I try to be. I try to be. But anybody can do a barrel, and if they say they can't, they're wrong.
Yeah.
You sure try not to, because you get that 5-second penalty. You can't outrun it.
No.
You can't outrun that 5 seconds. So you try, even if you are a little slower, whatever. You get out there and you got some run. At least you got them standing up them barrels, and you don't have to try to outrun that 5 seconds.
Yeah.
The other night, one of the stoves fell out of the wagon. Is that a penalty there too?
Well, Jim, I'm not too sure on that one. Like if
Because he
it
was
bounced
already
out, if it was loaded and it bounced out, like I guess if you hit a bump or something, I don't think you do penalty.
Yeah, I just wondered.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was the first time I saw
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
No.
stove.
You must have hit a bump and it must have flew
Yeah.
out or something.
Yeah.
I know in that one race of ours, that one night there, the one fella had the barrel dragging underneath his wagon. One of the turning barrels, and it went right near the second turn for it.
Yeah, yeah. It was coming along for the ride, it
Yeah,
seemed.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it usually works.
I should have turned that off earlier. I had the timing set so we were on time today, and I don't even think we were on time today starting. But anyways, there it is, live television. I think we got another one
Yeah.
coming in from the fan here.
Bob, how did you manage to come from so far behind?
Well, I just kind of got in behind one fella there and just held him and tried to save him. And then when I knew they were wanting to make their move, I just pulled over and let them do their thing. They love to run, and I let them do it. And I kind of think I hit some harder ground there, and they just took off, and they come good.
Yeah. Oh my goodness sake, you just keep pouring in from the fans here. Let's go again, Crystal.
And is there races Monday?
Yeah, oh yeah, that'll be the big Dash for Cash Monday. Yeah, no, that'll be the big day, the big finals for the rodeo, everything. No, that'll be the big day.
And that'll be in heat 8 and 9, right? That they pick from? Like
That'll
all
be
the other wagons will still be running too.
Tomorrow night, tomorrow will be heat 8 and 9. They'll pick the 4 that'll go into the Monday Dash
Yeah.
for Cash.
But everybody else is still running too.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have a full
Yeah.
9 heats.
We all get to run for a day money prize in each heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So everybody, any winner in each heat will pick up a little extra money to help around the road.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And so yesterday we had, much like Medicine Hat, we had, 2 kind of rain periods yesterday. Would you say, are there any benefits, or do you like running in the mud? Besides
No.
being covered in mud at the end of the day.
No, I don't. The one thing I'll say, the track was way more evener. Like you didn't see the last heats just go down to 115s or nothing. They stayed right around the 119s, 120s, just like the rest of us. So
Yeah.
one thing about it, they won't get when it's wet like that. It kind of evens the board out for everybody.
Yeah.
Like the other nights, as you go along, the track will dry,
Yeah.
and the top heats will get faster and faster.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Harder and harder.
Okay. Okay. Right on.
And what time are the races on Monday?
I think to 4 o'clock. I think
I think 4:30.
maybe 4:30.
Okay.
At 4
Okay.
o'clock, I'd be watching.
Yeah. Okay. And the races tonight, start around 7:30. What barrel are you on tonight, Bob?
I'm on 2, and I've always liked 2.
Yeah.
One of my favorite barrels of them all. So the new outfit coming out tonight. I've been practicing, but I've been practicing before too.
Yeah.
But hopefully everything goes good and we can get in there. And I think 2 wide's going to be the running tonight. Because after that rain yesterday, that rail's going to be a little softer. I think 2 is where you want to be. If you can get out there with it.
Yeah.
This outfit, who knows? Like kind of a mystery outfit. What you're going to do? But who knows? You might barrel like heck and get out there and get there with the other guys. And if you get out there with them, you can give them a good run.
That's great. That's great. So, Crystal's got more questions from the fans. Holy.
Okay, Jim, who is your favorite driver?
Wow, who else? Bobby.
Who asked that question?
Recovery.
Mom.
Recovery Okanagan.
Thanks, Jody.
No, yeah, thanks, Jody. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that, Jim. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, with tonight, we talked about the barrel that you're on. You're running in Heat 3 again. Last week, Crystal and Kaylin took us for a tour of the horses. So, what 4 horses are you hooking up tonight?
Well, these are all new ones. Like they haven't been. I haven't had these 4 in a race yet this year.
Oh, okay. Brand new, all of them.
Well, they're new for this year.
Yeah.
Like we've been practicing them lots, and some of them have been in races before. They're not with me. not this year.
Okay.
Got a new horse getting off of Gary's horse, the right leader. And we practiced not this morning, but yesterday morning. And I got a great big horse called Kumo. He's big, and if he don't kick, if he does things right, he can run.
Okay, great. Well, that's exciting. I'm really looking forward to tonight's race. I know Jim and I are going to be in the crowd tonight, doing our live feed again for everybody out there. Tune in. We're going to be starting around 7:30, doing our live feed of the races tonight. We're going to wish Bobby good luck tonight. We're looking forward to seeing how things keep coming out. I really appreciate Crystal co-hosting tonight, throwing in those questions, and you guys taking the time to sit with us once again.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank Jim and I Recover for all the help and stuff, and all the friends and family for all their help and support, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Jim, thanks for coming out and joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Crystal had this talent on top of everything else she does.
I know. She's got a long list of many hats hanging on the wall there.
No kidding.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Have you made it home yet?
No, because I'm afraid I won't come back.
Another thing I'd like to mention is all the comments I'm getting on how good Jason is doing with this.
Isn't he doing a great job?
It's really, and I get a lot of comments, Jason. Like there's a lot of people watching this, and they say you're doing a heck of a job. So just for a guy that's green and never had much to do with wagon racing, you're coming a long way.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate that. That's because of you and the team and the family, and I really, from the first race I saw trackside in Grand Prairie, I was hooked. I'd saw it on TV before, and it was very exciting, but this is something I'll be doing for the rest of my life. Yeah,
Well, that's good.
I love it.
Glad, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So thanks everybody for coming out again. Thanks to the fans for showing up and asking the questions and stuff. Don't forget tonight to tune in again. 7:30 we'll be going live. And good luck. Good luck. And remember, when it comes to addiction, guys, irecover.ca. Check us out online. Give us a call anytime. We'll talk to you again. Take care.
Good. Yeah.
Thanks.
There we go, Jim. That wasn't so bad.